All right, what up, guys? So, and focus in on me. Ooh. All right, so what up, guys? It is Wednesday, Friday, Thursday. I don't know what day it is. Anyways, I skipped the Q&A that's usually on Sundays. I don't know why. I totally forgot about it. Things just went past me. Anyways, we're going to do Q&A Wednesday today, and we're going to catch up on that stuff. I tried to fly yesterday, and it pretty much went like this. So, yeah, I got to get back out there and do a little bit more practicing, get my fingers back in check. Anyways, Q&A time. We're going to go through this, and I am going to see what your guys' questions were, and we're going to do some answers here. So, Nate Man After says, how often do you replace components, props, bell, motors, etc., FC, FPV camera? Not too often. Actually, I think the thing is you practice more, you get a little bit better, you learn to crash better, and you crash a lot less, so you end up not changing as much. In the very beginning, I was always changing props. I was always having to change things because I would just explode like all the things. But now, as you progress, you don't really crash as much, except when I'm trying to do certain things and I'm pushing myself, or something weird happens, I might crash. But Radio Racer Z asks, ND filter with hyper smooth, what do I do? I haven't ran into the issue having trouble with the ND filter with hyper smooth. I did run into the issue with hyper smooth not working correctly. I heard there's an update that fixes a lot of things with hyper smooth. I haven't used it yet. I just kind of stopped using it after that one specific time that I did in Charlotte, and that was it. So, Field Furry FPV asks, what's the best KV size for a 5-inch quad on 4S? I'd say the best KV would be something around 2300 to 2400. That's what I would use. It depends on what stator size also. I don't know. That would be 2306, I would say I would be using around that size. Mr. Rab 23, I always butcher a couple people's names, sorry. How does your 3-inch GoPro 7 frame compare to Paul Nurk 3-inch Cinewhoop with those 3D printed ducks? Okay, so I have both of those frames. I've tried both of those frames. The ducked one, it gives you a little bit more thrust because it's ducted. It allows you to handle the weight of the GoPro Hero 7 and everything. The one I was using, I just liked because it was a lot thinner profile. I could squeeze through a couple more smaller holes that I wanted to do. It still handled the Hero 7. It probably isn't as powerful as the other one, but it just comes down to you have a lot more lifting capacity with those ducks. Chestnut FPV asks, if you want to get into KISS, is it bad to use BlHeli ESCs? They just make the build a lot more affordable. That's all. I used to use BlHeli ESCs. I used the TBS ones a long time ago with the KISS V1 stuff. I haven't messed with it with the KISS V2 stuff. I'm using the 4-in-1 KISS with the... I don't know. I would say if you're going KISS, just go full KISS because it's so proprietary and everything. It's kind of like getting Windows to run on a Mac. Sometimes it just doesn't run that well. So, yeah, I would just stick to running full KISS. Check Exhibit asks, what about the Ethics backpack? Are you developing one? Yes, we've posted pictures about us in development with one. It's not the one that you see in our pictures. That's just our current one that we're using, but we have one that's completely awesome, completely refined by me and Steele. We're working on it. We're almost there. You guys should see it very soon. Smokeout FPV asks, can we have a black S3 prop? No, watermelon props the thing is for those specific ones that Steel made. I mean, it's kind of like branding. So if you have something McDonald's uses red and yellow for their branding, when you see that color of props on a quad, most likely it's the S3 watermelon prop. So it's more of a branding thing than it is just having a certain prop color. Duran FPV asks, what got you to fall in love with the FPV hobby? I always liked doing photography and video and everything, and I looked into doing drone stuff that I could capture video, and then once I found everything with FPV, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, and it just basically snowballed from there. And it's a cool community. I like the whole like lifestyle of FPV in the community and everything that goes with it, and I've met a lot of great friends like through FPV. It's easy to like. BM Warner 3 asks, with your motors on 6S, can you run 6-inch wide open? I don't know if you want to really run anything wide open. Like, putting that much stress onto like your whole system and everything is never really good. It's like basically taking your car and just punching the gas and just leaving it wide open for the whole time. After like a certain amount of time, it's probably going to overheat. Things are going to happen. It's not going to be good for it. I wouldn't say just to keep going wide open on your quad just in general. And the last question I'm going to do for the day from Bootleg FPV, he asked, does the bottom plate on the Cougar V2 that I'm developing, is it going to be compatible with the V1? Yes, it's going to be compatible with the V1. The only difference is going to be like the camera mount. I'm not going to have the same 3D printed mounts in a sense for the camera, but you could use them because those go on the standoffs. So you can still use like the plate from the V2, from the V1. You just have to use the old standoff camera mount because you won't have the little like mount that I'm making for it, if that makes sense. That's about it. So yeah, anyways, I am about to finish everything up here at my Jabiones and get going back home. Hopefully you guys like this video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Let me know all the amazing things that you guys do in the comments, and thank you guys all for being subscribers. I'll see you on the next one.